Hi, this is Darlington from Darlington Academy, and in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to apply for a visitor visa through the new Ircc portal. This is the new visitor visa application process. As usual, the first thing you do is you go to your web browser and you type in cic.gc.ca. Once you do that, you're going to choose English or French. Once you are inside, all you have to do is go straight to visit, click on that. Then here it says, want to apply for a visitor visa, you are going to click that. But it also says if you've submitted an application for a visitor visa before September 7, 2021, the information here says you do not need to submit a new application or write us again if you applied before September 7, 2021 and you've already told us that you qualify for a COVID-19 exemption. So let's quickly jump in. So once we go back here, you are going to click on want to apply for a visitor visa. Click on that. Then we are going to scroll down and here it's going to ask you get detailed instructions. Here you are going to choose whatever fits you or your application process. So for the first, second, to the last one, it's all going to be through the new Ircc portal, as you can see here. But if you don't have anything that fits you here and you choose none of the above, you are just going to indicate that you're going to apply online and you use the previous visitor visa application process that I created. I will also leave the link in the description area below. But if any of this fits you, then you're going to use this new Ircc application process. So for this demo, I'm going to use to unite with an extended family member. Then once you choose that, all you have to do is how to apply for a new visitor visa through the Ircc portal. So you click on that. Once you do that, it's going to tell you all you need to know, like create your account and sign in, complete the online form and upload your information, and then pay with a credit card. So down here it says sign up and apply. So if you already have an Ircc portal account, you're going to go straight to sign in. But if you don't, you are going to click on sign up and apply. Once you do that, you're just going to answer this simple question. What would you like to do today? Apply for a visitor visa for yourself, apply for a visitor visa on behalf of someone else, apply for a visitor visa for myself and on behalf of someone else. So for this demo, we are going to use apply for a visitor visa for myself. So I'll click on that. Do you have an application in process? If you do have one, you say yes. If no, just indicate no. So I will just say no. It says you will hear from us within 14 to 30 business days. So what we're going to do is get an Ircc portal account. So we click on that. Then all you have to do right here now is put your email address, confirm your email address, and then you are going to click on this to get your invitation code. Then check your email, use the invitation code to confirm, and then create your password. So let's quickly log in and start the application process. So once you log in, you are going to read the terms and the conditions. Then once it opens up, it's going to show you my Ircc portal account, and then it's going to explain the difference between the Ircc account and the Ircc portal, right? Then down below, you are going to click on this to start a new visitor visa application. So here you can apply for a visitor visa, a transit visa, or a study permit. So over here it says view the applications you've submitted, meaning once you've completed this application, then you are going to see the information down here of the ones you've submitted. So to start the process, you are going to click this. But if we go through that route, it's going to take a long time. So what we will do is I'm going to show you guys an application that I started working on just to make it easier for you guys to follow. You're going to follow the same process to fill out your own application. So I'm going to choose this one that I started. Once it opens up, It's going to ask you, tell you what to do and explain. Take the time to read this good information. It's just going to tell you the step by step on what to do. And then you're going to click acknowledge and start application. Then it's going to ask you questions. Do you want to apply for more than one person at a time? If it's a yes, you choose yes. If it's a no, then you choose no. If you choose yes, follow the prompt and fill out the needed information here. If it's a no, just choose no, save, and continue. Then it's going to ask you application for a visitor visa or study visa. Then you're going to choose visitor visa or super visa. We are applying for a visitor visa. And then it's going to ask you, why do you need a visitor visa? Then you are going to choose the options, just like the same way you answered the question at the beginning of this application process. So for this demo, I chose to unite with an extended family, which happens to be a demo. Let's say you're someone in Canada and you're trying to invite your loved one, like your girlfriend or something, then you can choose this option. But if you are working on a different application, then you can check which one fits you from these options below. Once you choose that, it's going to ask you, are you also requesting a written authorization? Then you are going to indicate yes or no. Then it's going to ask you, tell us more about what you would do in Canada, include dates. I just filled out this little information to help with this application process. I just said this is me acting like someone who is applying for a visitor visa to come see my friend or my girlfriend or your boyfriend in Canada. So I said to visit my boyfriend to provide emotional and physical support as he is overwhelmed during this COVID-19 period and doesn't really have any loved one and family around. So you can put any information that fits your own situation here. When will you enter Canada? You are going to indicate the date, preferably that you want to enter Canada, and then when you intend to leave Canada. So if it's your first time applying, obviously you are not going to have a UCI, so you are going to leave the space. Then fill out that information, save, and continue. Then it's going to tell you that you've selected visitor visa, which is to unite with an extended family member who is a Canadian citizen person registered under Canadian Indian Act or permanent resident of Canada. Then once you do that, you read all this good information again. It's just going to break it down for you, and then you continue to application. Then are you applying on behalf of someone else? If you are applying on behalf of someone else, you are going to choose yes. And then if you are the representative, let's say you're an individual applying for your family or for your friend or your girlfriend, you are the one representing. It says answer no if you're a family member, a friend, or a third party who doesn't charge a fee to help someone with the application. Then you are going to fill out this information here of your own information, a representative or someone helping out. But if it's a no, choose no, save, and continue. Then here you are going to indicate your surname, indicate your first name, the date you were born, your gender, save, and continue. Then here you are going to indicate the type of travel document you'll be using, what kind of passport. As you can see, I indicated official. Select the country code that matches the one on your passport, the nationality of your passport, the passport or document number, confirm it, the date it was issued, the date that is going to be expired, it's going to expire. Also read this information. It says, make sure your passport is valid enough to cover the time you want to be in Canada. Meaning, if your passport will be expiring in like 3-4 months, it would be a good idea to extend your passport, to renew your passport rather, so that you get the full time that you might be eligible to stay in Canada. So that if you also have the option to want to extend your stay in Canada, then you can do that. Once you've added the date of issue, the date of expiring date, then here you are going to answer the questions. It says, are you a lawful permanent resident of the United States? Yes or no. Have you held any Canadian visitor visa in the past 10 years? If it's a yes for you, you choose. So for this ones, I just chose no, no, no. Are you traveling to Canada by air? Yes, save and continue. Then here it's going to ask you country or territory where you were born. You are going to indicate the country where you were born, the city where you were born, and then are you a citizen of more than one country? If it's a yes for you, tick yes and add extra where the second country of citizenship. If no, choose no, and then indicate the country you're a citizen of, and then also put in the date you were a citizen of that country, which obviously it's going to be when you were born. Save and continue. Save and continue. Once you do that, do you have a valid national identity document? If you do, indicate the number. If you don't, just choose no. So I just used random numbers here and I indicated document number, confirm the document number, the date it was issued, the country where it was issued, save and continue. Have you used another name in the past? If you have, yes. If no, choose no, save and continue. Countries or territories of residence. Here you are going to indicate the country of your residence, your street where you live. Your postal code is optional. Then if your mailing address is the same as your residential address, indicate yes. Countries or territories of residence. Then on here is going to say list your current country or territory of residence. Then add all other countries or territories where you've lived for the past 5 years for more than 6 months. If you haven't lived anywhere, then you do not need to add anything here. So if you've just lived in your country of residence, as you can see, I put a demo here. I am just going to say Nigeria, a citizen, and the date when you were born. Then save and continue. Biometrics. So this one, you are going to read this information here. It says, do we already have your fingerprints and photo, and are they still valid? If it's yes, choose yes. If you don't have any yet, choose no, save and continue. Who is inviting you? So if you are the one filling out this application for your loved one, here you are going to put your information. If you're a representative, then you have to ask someone who you are filling out that information for them to provide the name of the person inviting them. And if you're someone filling out this application yourself, then here you are going to indicate the name, the information of the person inviting you. So you're going to put the name, last name, first name, or giving names, their relationship with them, their mailing address in Canada, fill out all that good information, provide their phone number, provide their email, and then here it's going to ask you, has someone else also invited you, yes or no? If yes, put yes. If no, put no, save and continue. When that opens, here it's going to ask you, how much money do you have for your stay in Canada? So for this demo, I just put 4,000. Then it says, is someone else giving you money for your stay in Canada? I indicated yes, and then it says, please provide details. I kind of provided more information here because this is going to come in handy when you are providing proof of funds in the extra applications, documents you're going to be needing. So here I just said my boyfriend or girlfriend, depending on who is filling out this information or this application rather. My boyfriend has his own place and is a data analyst in Canada and will take care of my stay in Canada. So if this is good enough for you, provide that information. You can add more to it. This is just a demo to help you come up with a good explanation there. Save and continue. Then here you are going to provide your post-secondary education. So to put this information, you are just going to click on this button. So if you click on this button, you are going to provide the information here, fill out the necessary information for your post-secondary, but I just put in here as an example for the applicant, the school, the year, level of study, field of study, when, and the address, and you add that. Then for the work and the activity history, It's going to ask you, did you serve in any military, civil defense unit, and so on? If yes, indicate yes. If no, say no. Give details of your employment and activities for the past 10 years. So again, here, just like I did in the previous one, you are going to click on this button and provide that information. But here, you can also use the example of the demo I provided here. The most important thing to remember when you are filling out this information, it's this place here. It says, don't leave any other gaps. As you can see, based on the information I provided here, I indicated that from 2011 January to 2018 January that I was working. This is me assuming that I'm the applicant, that I was working in this bank as a cashier, and then from February of 2018. So as you can see, I did not leave any gap there. I was self-employed, right? Once you provide this information here, you are going to save and continue as well. Then it's going to ask you, during the past 5 years, have you traveled to a country or territory other than the one where you are a citizen or where you live now? If it's a yes, you indicate yes and provide the information. Same process, provide the information here. If you haven't left, just indicate no and then save and continue. Travel history, same process. Have you ever stayed in Canada beyond the validity of your status? If it's a yes, yes. If no, no. Same process. Have you been refused a visa or permit, denied entry to or ordered to leave any country or territory? If it's a yes, you are going to answer yes and provide the reason. If it's a no, choose no, save and continue. Then this is just questions that you're just going to read and answer. For this ones, I just provided no, no, no. So take the time to read and provide the accurate answer that fits your own present condition. So once you answer these questions, you save and continue. Same with the criminality and security questions. Read and choose which one fits your current condition, save and continue. Medical background questions. Have you had any medical exam performed by an Ircc authorized panel physician within the last 12 months? If yes, you are going to indicate yes and provide the panel physician's name who examined you. If no, choose no, save and continue. Then once you do that, it's going to ask you a couple more questions on the medical background concerning tuberculosis, and then again, read and choose the answer that fits you. Once you do that, save and continue. Then more questions. There are lots of questions here. Read and choose what fits you, and then save and continue. For family information, it's going to ask you your marital status. So if you're a spouse coming to visit your husband or whatever fits you, here you have the options to choose if you guys are in a common law, if you guys are divorced, legally separated, married, single, widowed. For this demo, I chose single and save and continue. Do you have any biological, adopted, or stepchildren? If you have, you are going to click yes and provide the information here. But if you don't, just choose no and then click I understand that I am not declaring any natural, adopted, or stepchildren. Save and continue. Tell us about your parents. So here you are going to provide information about your parents. As you can see, it says their stories means that it's required. So you can also use the example. If you don't have a parent, you can just put I don't know who my parents are. But if you have, you are just going to click on this box, provide the last name. Given names are optional, their relationship, just like the examples I gave here. Last name, relationship, father, mother, the date they were born. If they are retired and self-employed, if they're diseased, you provide that information. Once you do that, you are also going to do what? Save and continue. Then what is your native language or mother tongue? There are options here that you can choose whatever fits you. Choose that and then choose how you can communicate in English. If you can communicate in both English and French, choose that. What language do you want them to use to contact you? English, save, and continue. Then here you are going to provide your email address. So this email, they're going to use it to reach out to you. It says email address of applicant. Once you provide the email, confirm the email, save, and continue. Then telephone number of the applicant, same process, hit on this button, add the information. You can use the demo I provided to put the information here. Once you provide that, save, and continue. Then here you have the option to review your questions. So as you can see, this is all the answers that we've provided. So if you want to review each and every one of them based on the answers you provided, you're going to click on this button and work on the particular information you provided there, or update anything or change anything. Once you've done that, you scroll all the way down. Then once you save and continue, here is you can read all these informations. It's going to tell you the type of file size and accepted formats of what you're going to be providing. Then these are all the supporting documents you're going to be providing. So what I did here, just to be able to make sure that I get to the last page of this application process, I just uploaded random pages of some PDF informations I have here just to get this application going. So for this application, based on what I answered, yours might be different based on the answers you're going to provide. I'm going to be providing my national identity document, passport and travel document, proof of family member status, funds, and statutory declaration. And there are optional documents as well. One good thing I want you guys to pay attention here is, if you don't understand any document name, you can simply click on it and it gives you more information on what that document is all about. You can do the same for each and every one of them. Then these are optional documents. They are not really necessary, but if you want to provide them, you can also provide these additional documents. So once you've provided all these additional documents by providing them yourself, or if you have a representative, by giving it to your representative or giving it to your loved one who is helping you with this application, then you are going to save again and continue. So here you are going to do what? Consent. Provide your consent and declaration. If you want Ircc, it says, do you consent to be contacted by CIC or an organization at CIC's request in the future? Indicate yes or no. So for this demo, let me just say yes. And then here you are going to provide your last name, and also provide your given name if you want, but it says it's optional. So I just put my last name and then do what? Save again and continue. And then here, it's going to show you the fees that you intend to pay. So for this demo, you can see that I'm going to be paying a biometrics fee of $85 and the visitor visa fee of $100. Once you see your total, that means I'll be paying a $185 fee. I am going to save again and continue. Once you hit on that button, you've gotten to the final stage of this application process. The next thing you're going to do is choose how you're going to make your payment, fill out your information, and process the transaction. And that is how you can apply for a visitor visa using the new Ircc portal for visitor visa to Canada.